God, I look so red. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Glen. My name's Glenn. This is my cryptocurrency channel. Just sharing what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency. I welcome you to join me in this journey. If you do like this content, please click the subscribe button down below and also give this video a thumbs up to share it with your friends and family. Today we're going to be looking at the Bitmain Antminer Z9. The Z9 Mini's been out for a little while, and obviously I was trying to get my head around the profitability of it, but I came stuck. So I thought, sod it, I'm just going to go live, and Team Glen, I'm sure, will come to the rescue and help me figure it out. So we have BP already says hello, and BBL Adventure says, hey, welcome guys, thanks for joining the live stream. I was hoping obviously you'd be there, BBL. Obviously, I'm glad you're there, BP, as well. But I know that obviously you have some experience with the Z9s and Z9 Minis, so I thought you'll be perfect to chat to in the live stream. So we have at the moment Bitmain releasing the Z9. Now, this is a bit old news to be fair, but I've been really busy. So I actually sat down and thought, oh, the Z9's out. I wonder how profitable it is and when it's coming out and stuff like that. And I thought, if I'm thinking that, I wonder if a load of other people are. So I thought I'd do this video. I may even do this video sitting down. Pow. So PJ joins in as well. He said, what did I miss? Not much, PJ. We've just started. So welcome to everyone to the channel. And thank you for your continued support. So today we're going to be looking at the Z9 and the Z9 Mini. So we've got the Z9 up here from the Bitmain website, and they are quoting that it has a hash rate of 40,000 or just over 40,000 sols, plus 5% discrepancy. So I know that BBL, the guy in the, if you don't know who I'm referring to, the guy who's in the group chat now, he's been sharing his progress with his Z9 Minis, and I've sort of been a bit envious. I wish I'd got in on the Z9 Mini actually, because it's quite a cheap machine. So I'll just show you that one if I've still got it up somewhere. If not, I will re-click on it. So the Z9 Mini came out, and it's been quite a profitable machine based on what I've seen and heard and read. But you can see now that currently it's sold out. That's convenient, Bitmain. Your cheaper version is sold out, but we can buy the more expensive one. Fantastic. So yeah, that one is quoting 10,000 sols. So this other machine is 4 times more powerful than the Z9 Mini. So then you have to think, well, is it worth it? So if you actually look at the price of it, it's $3,319 US, and based on what the price of the Z9 Mini is, oh, and plus I've also taken a screenshot actually of how much it would actually cost, because when you see them prices, obviously, you know, you think, oh, 3,300, but then obviously you've got to take into account the power unit and also delivery charge to get to whatever country it is you're from. So obviously I'm based in the UK, so this is a price for shipping one of these bad boys to the UK into Glen's hands. So I've gone with DHL because UPS was even more. It was like $270. So it was like an extra $100 just for UPS. I don't know how much better they are at delivery. Maybe you guys have had experience, but yeah, I've based this on the DHL price. So we've got the Z9 power unit plus shipping costs. Actually, it comes to $3,598. So you might as well say 3,600. I've typed that into Google to see how much that actually is in British pounds, and it's 2,700 British pounds. Big boy money. So, but it does obviously produce 4 times the amount. So if we get our calculator, you snooze, you lose. I have a Z9 Mini for sale, 3,500. What's that? Is it in Zimbabwe dollars? So obviously we're going to get the calculator up. The Z9 Mini will set you back $850 based on the pre-sale and pre-order, sorry. but obviously we're going to times that by 4 because that should give us the equivalent amount of power, because the Z9 Mini produces 10,000 souls according to Bitmain website. So it's actually setting you about 3,400. So rather than having sort of 4 machines on the go, you can just have this one Z9 on the go and have it mining for you. And it's about the same price. It's actually about $80 cheaper to buy the big boy Z9 rather than the Z9 Mini. So that is pretty standard, I suppose, like fair play. But what is interesting is that obviously BBL, he sorry I keep referring to BBL, but obviously you're probably my most trusted source for how these things actually operate, and I think he was saying that you were getting well over 10,000 souls. I think you were quoting something like 15,000 souls at one point, which is obviously I think was it 12,000? But you're talking about a 20 to 50% bump on top of what the advertised power is. So I was thinking, God, if you get that same, let's just base it on the 20%, you could be looking at about 48,000 souls mining with one of these. If you're new to mining, as I am, obviously haven't done too much mining. Obviously tried doing cloud mining, didn't pay off. Obviously we all know about I forgot their name now. Hashflare and Envian. But BBL said he got 11.3 out of the box. He also has 3 of them for sale for $3,200. What, you're going to sell all 3 of them for $3,200? Now I wonder why. Why would you say that, BBL? Is that a joke, or would you actually sell them right now? How profitable is it compared to obviously your electricity costs, and by the time you bought the power units and that? So I'd like to hear that. Overclocked at 16.2. Obviously, overclocking is not recommended by Bitmain because you can burn the machines out. But if you want to get the most out of your machine, then obviously people do overclock them. So obviously, I'd be really interested to see how much hash power you can get out of these Z9s with them either overclocked. We could be looking at maybe 50,000 souls, maybe more, which is awesome, and obviously very impressive figures. So it makes me wonder if every time something comes out good with mining, like profitable wise, there's normally I don't know, something will happen. Either they'll be sold out, or there'll be at ridiculous prices, or they'll hard fork all the coins that this one can mine so that you can't use it anymore. So just be careful before you jump in and obviously spend thousands of dollars buying one of these things. It's really hard to tell what's going to happen in the cryptocurrency market. Something else as well to point out that they have highlighted in yellow actually, that these are shipping in September, so it's a few months away. Or a couple months away, I suppose. We're sort of in July at the moment. But it says here, kindly note that this is a pre-order. The 50% down payment will be forfeited if you do not complete payment by the 15th of August, Beijing time. Please consider carefully before submitting your order. So you would have to pay $1,700, say $1,800 US dollars now as a down payment. That secures your Antminer Z9 for the beginning of September, and then you would have to pay the other $1,800 US dollars based on obviously the cost for me getting it to the UK by the 15th of August, which I think today is currently the 14th of July. So it gives you about a month's time to actually get that payment in, if you can find that sort of funds about. So this is really interesting because currently obviously Bitcoin mining is not very profitable. Bitcoin mining using the current technology that's out there, I know there are some machines coming out that offer sort of, I think I was reading that the GMO have released an ASIC miner which is competing with the S9, and it can run at 24 terahashes. No, was it 24? Yeah, I think it was 24 terahashes. I'm going to have to do some research on that. I'm double guessing myself now, which obviously is fantastic, but I think the price of it was about 2 to 3 times more than what the Bitmain S9 is anyway, and obviously the S9 runs at about 13 terahashes per second. So then you've got to ask yourself, is it better to buy 2 Z9s as opposed to obviously this GMO? But obviously the kicker is obviously how much electricity do they use, but that's Bitcoin mining. We're not looking at that today. We're looking at obviously these Z9s. They run on an algorithm called Equihash, which actually mines quite a few different coins. So I've gone over to what to mine because one of the guys in the Telegram group chat, which if you're not a part of, please feel free to join it. The link for it is down below in the description, and it's just pretty much us chatting about cryptocurrency stuff throughout the day, and I welcome you to join it. So you've got the different types of algorithms here, which ones are the most profitable to mine at the moment, and you can see they have loads of different coins, loads of data and information in here, and also lots of different algorithms that you can select from. This website, though, I'm trying to get to grips with it. This is the first time I've really used this. I have been on here briefly before, but not too much before. So I was looking for, obviously, Equihash mining in the ASIC section of this website, but it doesn't seem to be on there. So that confused me. And also, when you go over to, even in GPUs, if you click on the Equihash, it says in there how much hash rate per second. And what I was trying to figure out, and one of you guys might be able to answer me, is, you know, if the Z9 Mini runs at 10,000 sols, is that the same as hashes per second? That I weren't too sure about. The power consumption, we go back to this Z9, and that is 1150 watts. So let's head back over. Let's get rid of that one. 1150. Oh no, but then it was 40. Sorry, I got confused which mine I was talking about then. 40,000 watts. Cost per kilowatt per hour. Mine is that I didn't realise actually. I actually looked into how much electricity, or how much my electricity costs, and currently I'm paying 16p per kilowatt hour, which in US dollar terms is about, I would say, 18, 19 cent. So let's put that in. Let's put 19, and let's find out. So we have Crypto Night Heavy, Ethash, Crypto Night Heavy, or Ethash. So Ethereum's coming up as one of the main ones. Revenue / profits in US dollars within a 24-hour period. We're looking at $2.84 from what I'm understanding here, but the top one is $3.18. But I'm not sure if you can just select the Equihash algorithm, because this seems to have selected other ones, like Crypto Night. I don't want it to select. I only want to see the Equihash. So again, maybe you guys can help me out here. Do I have to? Oh, these are all highlighted. That's why. So I want to select that one. Let's see what that does. Calculate. Hey, he's getting it. He's getting it. Revenue / profit. So according to this, I'm going to generate $61 a day, but my cost, is that going to be with the electricity costs? 40,000 souls. Oh no, look, power consumption 311. Awesome. Providing awesome content yet again, Glenn. Awesome content. People are watching this not thinking I'm an idiot at all, obviously. So now we're looking at a total profit. What's the cost per day with that? This is saying $5.24, which is pretty good. I mean, this is quoting a profit of $61. That's mining Z Classic. Obviously, I've been scarred by Z Classic before, so I'll be a bit dubious. Revenue in Bitcoin in 24 hours. That's on an exchange rate with Bittrex. Estimate difficulty. So we are looking at, if I'm reading this correct, and you guys can correct me if I'm saying it wrong, a profit of $56 per day within a 24-hour period, mining with the Z9. Let's do 56. Obviously, that's going to fluctuate. So let's actually say $55. Let's underestimate, because by the time you get these machines, the difficulty are probably going to go up. So you might even mine less than that. But $55 a day times 30 days. So it's 1,650 profit a month, which is awesome. So that's going to take about 2.5 months. Let's actually work it out in, the machine's going to cost me $3,600 US. Divide that by 55, let's say. It's actually going to take 65 days to make your money back, which is awesome. That's just over 2 months. So is that the sort of experience you've had, BBL, with your Z9 Mini? Are you actually breaking even yet? I know obviously you only had the machines a few weeks, I'm going to say, from what I can remember. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. PJ, I know you do a bit of mining as well with obviously ASICs and GPUs. With your experience of the Z9 Mini, do you see the sort of figures that it's quoting? Let's see what this website says you would get if you was doing the Z9 Mini, so we can get a comparison and see if it's actually true. 1,000, 10,000. What's the power on the Z9 Mini? Z9 Mini is 266 watts. Is that right? I mean, that's a lot lower, obviously, but then obviously it's not as powerful as the other one. Let's do this. 226 watts. So this is only going to cost you $1 a day. If I put too many zeros in there, 10, no, 1,000, no, that is right. 19 cent, calculate. So this is saying that with the Z Classic at 10,000 souls, which is what Bitmain advertise, 2 maxed out runs 644 watts. So that's about 322. So let's put that in. You're saying it's maxed out, but I assume obviously you're getting more souls. So you're saying that you are getting 11,000 souls, but you're actually using 322 watts. Let's calculate that and see. These are figures based off of a gentleman called John, or known as BBL. He has a YouTube channel as well. He's in the group chat and the live chat. So he's a really good guy to go to for information on mining. It's really helpful. So you're saying here that it costs about $1.47 a day in cost to run this machine. And profit wise, it's saying that you should be running at about $15.50 a day. I assume the machine cost you well, the 850. I think it's been that price since it came out, if I remember correctly. So let's do 850, divide that by $15.49. Oh, motherfucker. 850 divided by, let's just do 15. 56 days. So that's less. That's less than the Z9. In terms of return on investment, obviously if you just want to make your money back quickly, it seems like the Z9 Mini outperforms the big Z9, but obviously that depends on what the machine can handle. If the new one comes out and it can actually handle 50,000 souls, but obviously the wattage is going to go up, so let's say 1300. Obviously these are just me completely guessing. Don't take any of this as scientific fact. The machine ain't even out yet for a month or so. This is saying it's going to cost you just under $6 a day to use electricity, and if you was to mine Z Classic, you would actually be running at a profit of $71 per day. That would be awesome. Let's have a look. A look-ski. So let's say 70. So then you're looking at $3,600 for the machine and delivery and the power unit. Divide that by 70. Make it nice and even. $70 a day. That's obviously based on these figures that I'm guesstimating. We're looking at 51 days, guys. That's just under 2 months, which again is awesome. These are the figures that I remember seeing when the S9 first came out back in November, December time, when Bitcoin was like, you know, hitting 20k. So this is awesome figures, but especially mining, obviously, a shitcoin like Z Classic. And the good thing with these, obviously, is if you was to mine these and they go up in price, again, these figures are going to fluctuate, but then so will the difficulty. The difficulty will go up or down. And obviously the cost of the coin may go up or down. Please take that into account when making any purchasing decisions. These are just figures that I'm floating about, trying to show you guys obviously the figures that I'm seeing. Let me know what you think. What do you guys think about the Z9 Mini versus the big Z9? They seem quite close at the minute, so if you're sort of like wanting to get into crypto mining but you haven't got like a huge amount of money, obviously $3,500–4,000 is a big investment. It is for me, and I'm sure it is for a lot of you out there. Whereas you could get the Z9 Mini, unfortunately it's sold out, just as obviously the new big one comes out. And obviously that would only set you back $850. And, you know, you could use that, see how you get on, see if it is profitable. Yeah, you're not going to be earning $71 a day. You're probably going to be earning $15 a day. But it's an awesome start. If you can buy any machine, and this is really what has held me back, because, you know, I haven't got huge amount of monies to be throwing into different machines and, you know, just saying, oh, actually, it's not that profitable. Oh, fuck's sake, you know. And I'm always looking at how profitable and how quick I can get my money back, because the quicker I can get my money back, from that point onwards, I don't really care. As long as the coins cover the cost of the electricity, then obviously I'm laughing, because I personally, this is my way of thinking, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Say that machine there, we've worked out a daily cost of $6 a day. How much Z Classic would that mine you? Estimated rewards, if I'm reading this right, is that saying within 24 hours you would mine 12 Z Classic? BBL, please answer me. Break. Minis are back in stock right now. Ooh! That is hot off the press. Buy now. Let's have a look, see what the man says. Maybe they're watching my video and they're like, shit, Glen's onto us. It is, it's back in stock. Now, I can't actually go further than this page, otherwise I'll give everyone my address away, because my address pops up as soon as you click this next button. So, unfortunately, I can't go forward. That's going to set me back about $1,000. What I've been thinking recently is that, obviously, I'm holding on to Bitcoin at the moment. I've got about $800 worth of Bitcoin. Would it make more sense, guys, to invest in a mining machine and start mining some coins as opposed to just sitting on what I've got? But on the flip side, it seems like, well, no matter what I do in this cryptocurrency space, the thing that I always come back to is, oh, I was better off just holding Bitcoin. So I wonder if that is going to reign true yet again. And they're quoting here that it's going to be August the 24th. So it's about a month away from now. So obviously you would lose out on whatever, Bitcoin could go up or down in price in that time. Apparently there's going to be a decision from the SEC as to whether Bitcoin can have an ETF future on August the 10th. If that happens, they think that it could have a massive impact on the market. But I've heard this so many times. So many times I've heard this, and I hold out and I hold out and I think, oh yeah, this is happening, that's happening, this is getting announced, Ethereum's not a security, Bitcoin's not a security, there's going to be a big pump, and then it just doesn't happen. Obviously, we had our big pump and we've been in a correction ever since. Ryan says, all right, Glenn, has anyone you know gone for a chargeback on credit card with Hashflare? Well, actually, I recommended that one of my friends do that because he's never really used his Hashflare account, and I don't think he's mind enough to make his minimum withdrawal. And I said to him, just use a chargeback on your credit card because it's been a few months. And now they're not paying out at all. So it looks like he won't get anything out of it, really. But they said, these credit card companies said that you have to prove to us that the company that you've bought from is not legit and they haven't gave you what they promised they would give you. So I don't think it's as easy as just ringing up and just saying, you're right, can you refund me that money back? I don't think it's as easy as that. I've never done a chargeback myself with a credit card. But yeah, definitely worth looking into, because obviously on one hand, they've promised you a year's worth of mining, which obviously is unprofitable at the moment, so you're not getting anything. So they're not actually supplying you the original contract. But then in the contract, it does say that if the cost of mining goes down, if bit difficulty goes up, the cost of the coin, sorry, you can be unprofitable and we'll give you 21 days. Now, it's my honest belief that Hashflare are going way past that. I think they're really holding out to see if Bitcoin pumps in price over the next month or so, because from the last date they paid me out, it was about, I think about 40 days ago. I remember saying about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, oh yeah, it's been past the 21 days now, and they're still honouring the contracts. And I know one of the guys from the Team BitGlen group chat, which again you can join down below if you want to, they actually said that they messaged Hashflare directly and said, what's happening with my contract, blah blah blah, and they said, we haven't made any decisions and you'll be processed just the same as everyone else once we've decided what to do with obviously the contracts not being profitable. So I think they are holding out, because they're going to literally have to cancel every single person's contract that's ever got one with Hashflare. Obviously no one can mine with them at the moment. New people joining in, so that will pretty much be the end of Hashflare unless Bitcoin jumps up massively in price. I think we'll see Hashflare fade away. Some people got a payout, wasn't much on the 19th, if you had 100% ant pool. Oh, that is interesting. I've not seen or heard that. But to be fair, I haven't been checking my Hashflare account at all, if I'm being completely honest. I would love it if I could make a withdrawal. They're still not letting me make a withdrawal, so, but you're saying that if your pools were all 100% ant pool. Let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. But yeah, thank you for letting me know that, Ryan. That's a nice tip there for anyone who may be looking into obviously getting their funds out of there quicker. You may notice in the background, guys, actually, if you're either new or an old person subscribed, I've got my jumper displayed on the sofa, which is lovely. I've actually got, because I haven't really been doing many YouTube videos recently, so I do apologise about that. Obviously, I put up my IOTA video yesterday. I hope you enjoyed that. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Let me know what you think about IOTA. And I thought I'd go on to the glen store, the actual official merchandise store that I have, and you can see here that oh no, it hasn't changed. Damn it. I've actually done a code which is 30% off your entire order until the end of July. So if any of you really wanted to own a bit of Team glen merchandise, just use this link that I'm about to put in there. I believe it's just Summer Lovin'. Use that link and you get 30% off in the Team glen store. You can see the jumper behind me, which one of the guys helped me design. Glenn, do you use OBS for your live videos? Yes, I do. I use OBS and I just click start streaming. You have to put in your code, which is this down here, and it just, as soon as I click stream, it streams straight to YouTube for me. Actually, I don't even need to look at this page. The only reason I need to go on this live desktop dashboard, if you like, is to change the title, maybe change the description and change the thumbnail, and then obviously to get the live chat to pop out, like, so I can see what you guys are saying. Whee! So we got 9 people watching. Hopefully all of you have gave us a thumbs up for this video. So guys, what do you think? I'm getting really excited about these Z9s. BBL, have you now I'm groveling, please. Have you still got the, I probably should ask you this in private. I know you had a discount voucher for Bitmain. I'm really thinking about cashing in my Bitcoin holdings and just transferring it. I know they accept Bitcoin Cash, I think. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin or Litecoin. I'm thinking about just maybe buying this Z9 Mini. I would love to get this Z9 because I'm going to start shopping about and getting cheaper electricity. The other thing that I really want to do is, because obviously I'll be mining from in this shed here, I don't really care about the noise and I don't care about the bulkiness of it or anything like that. Obviously I've got internet out here and I've got electricity. What I would really like is to put some solar panels up on the roof to charge a battery up, and then obviously have it running off a battery. I don't know how hard that is with an ASIC because I know they're so power hungry. What do you guys think? That would be awesome. If I could get an ASIC miner to mine for free, essentially, I'd be laughing, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I be laughing, guys? Come on, help me out. Help me out. I've recently obviously had some feedback about my YouTube channel and, you know, what would help it grow. And obviously I started off by talking about mining, and that's what a lot of people found my channel for. And obviously then I looked into cloud mining, and I've had a really bad spell, which I knew would happen. I said ages ago, if Envian and Hashflare turn out to be scams, my YouTube channel's dead, you know, because that's pretty much all I talked about for the first couple of months. Or at first it was more just a vlog, a diary vlog, but then obviously I went down that path. And I remember, you know, if you guys have been following me from the beginning, which I know a lot of you have, I made many videos saying, you know, what should I do, guys? Should I do the cloud mining? Should I do the physical mining? What's more profitable? And it just so happened at the time, Hashflare was more profitable, and obviously Envian looked quite promising. Obviously, I went down that route. I regret it. I wish I bought the hardware. I wish I had it set up in here. I wish I'd had it running for months on end. But then saying that, obviously, I would have spent all my money on the S9s. I'd have a massive electricity bill. Obviously, they're really loud and yada yada, which I don't care too much about. But I would have learned more about mining in that time. So yeah, now obviously these machines have come out, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like these S9 all over again. You know, and the good thing with these, the S9 only mines pretty much one coin, which is Bitcoin. The Z9, on the other hand, obviously mines a lot more coins. So even if one of them do hard fork and do disappear or become a scam, you can just mine a different coin literally the next day, which I think is awesome. And we're going to do 200 and let's do 280 watts. No, my electricity isn't that cheap. It's more like, let's do 20 cents. So this is saying it'll cost me $1.30, which in UK money is probably about £1 actually. So £1 a day, 30. So that means my electricity bill will probably go up £30 a month, which at the moment I only pay 40. So it's almost doubling my electricity. But I do need to shop about to see if I can get cheaper electricity costs actually, which I was tied into a 3-year contract with my electricity. So the price probably was a bit higher to take into account, but I got a load of other stuff, like they've fitted new smart meters for me, and you know, I can see how much electricity I'm using every minute of the day. So anyway, that's a boring story. I don't know why I went into that. So this is saying that I would be running at a profit of $14 per day. Obviously, it's going to cost me $30 a month. So we're going to do 14 times 31 days minus about $50 for electricity. So that's 30 British pounds. So each month I should be running at a profit of 384. 384, that means that obviously the machine is 850. Probably 100 and something for delivery plus a power unit, so it's probably going to cost me about 1,000, 1,100. Move the family to Bulgaria for bigger profits. I think that would cost me a lot more than what I'd be saving in electricity. I look so red. I think it's these green boards and that. I think it just sucks the colour out of my face. I don't know. Yeah, so that's my thoughts, guys. I'm thinking no more holding on to cryptocurrencies and just put them into getting a miner. I have been debating between a GPU setup or an ASIC. It seems like the Z9 Mini is just perfect for me at the moment. Obviously, up until today, I didn't know they were sold out. So they are proving to be popular. And I remember when that happened with the Z9, S9, sorry, the S9, that yeah, it went crazy for a little while. But I don't know, out of those, what one do I see going up the most in price over the next? Because I'd probably take the hit on the electricity costs and just store any coins. What have we got here? We have got Z Classic, Bitcoin Interest. I've never heard of that one. Z Cash, Zen Cash, and Bitcoin Private. And then we got Hush. And we got Komodo and Commercium. Out of all of that, do both, hold and mine. You make it sound so easy, BBL. What I'm saying is, I have about $800 worth of cryptocurrency at the moment with the way that the prices have dropped. Obviously, if I use that to buy a Z9 Mini, that's all my money gone. So literally until the machine arrives, until I set it up, plug it in and start mining, I will have no cryptocurrency. So if anything goes up in price, then I'm going to miss, obviously, that ride. I don't know how else to do it, to be honest, guys. This is an idea that I had the other day, right? This is an idea. Obviously, I've been talking about this for a while, and I don't even know if it would work, but I was thinking about potentially doing a 24-hour live stream. I've mentioned this loads of times, and loads of you have said, yeah, do it, do it, do it. A 24-hour live stream, and doing like setting my computer up or setting the video up in some way where there's continuously like a little please donate or something like, or I just keep mentioning it, and I do like a donation, a fund or whatever. And I was thinking, like, what I'll do is I'll say, look, from now until the end of the 24 hours, whatever money I raise from you guys, or whatever money you guys donate, I will put that all towards either a rig or an ASIC miner. So if I only raise $50, I've then got to go out and find some sort of mining for $50. If I raise, obviously, $500, then I buy a machine for $500, and so on and so on. Obviously, if I can accumulate enough to get an ASIC and top it up myself, then I'm even better laughing. Did you ever get the Sunday Team BitGlen mining profits? Yeah, BBL, thank you for that. I received, I'll show you actually. I received 50 cent of Ethereum Classic you sent me. I'll show you that now. Oh, by the way, this new Exodus looks awesome. I know PJ was talking about it for ages, and I actually had to delete the one that was on there and reinstall the new one because for some reason it wouldn't let me update it. So it's all working now. But yeah, it looks really smooth. But anyway, the Ethereum Classic you sent me was there, 50 cent worth. It's now up to 52 cent. So thank you for that. I've also got Ethos left and some Ethereum. So again, this is all part of my pool that I would have to cash in. Let's go over to GDAX. Let's see what my Bitcoin is worth at the moment, because I think it went up a bit today, didn't it? Let's go to Bitcoin US dollar. It won't show me what the prices are. Let's do British pounds. Sell Bitcoin. It's currently worth £552 in dollars worth. 550 GBP to USD is, drumroll, 727 US dollars. Plus the Ethereum, plus I've got some Bitcoin private. What else have I got? Let me check my Blockfolio app. So I stored it all on there. I've got some Binance coin, which is only a small amount. According to Blockfolio, I have $852 worth of cryptocurrency. That is exactly the same amount of money it costs to buy a Z9. So this is why I was saying to you, BBL, if I can't hold on to that money and buy a Z9, it's either one or the other. I would love to buy a full-blown Z9, but I think it's out of my price league at the moment. It probably will be for the remainder of this year, unless I came into some big money somehow. Every Sunday, the miners on the channel point your miners at Team BitGlen for a few hours a day. Thanks, guys. That's really, I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you guys. I've always said that, you know, any money that's donated to me or through the Team BitGlen store, I would put towards the channel or making the videos better. Or obviously now I'm looking at getting a miner. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the 24-hour live stream idea? Trying to raise some money to buy an ASIC or GPUs. Obviously, I could do the 24-hour stream and just chat for ages. Shop about different websites, trying to haggle, get the best price. You guys could help me. Obviously, we'll talk about other stuff. Other news that's going on in the world of cryptocurrency. Coinbase, massive news. Coinbase announced new coins. Coinbase, new coins. But it was a bit sketchy. They sort of said, we may a drunk BitGlen 24 hour. That's my skill. My skill is chatting whilst drunk on a live stream. Actually, I've got cans of beer that I could crack open now. San Francisco-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has announced that it will be examining the addition of 5 new coins. The traditional platform is exploring the possibility of adding new assets to its trading list, including Cardano, Basic Attention Token, Stellar, Zcash, and 0x. Now, the thing that surprises me the most is the one coin that everyone wants on Coinbase. The one. It's the one that everyone talks about, and that is Ripple. I'm not saying Ripple deserves to be on there. I'm not saying that I like Ripple over one of the others. I'm not saying that, but that's just the one that you always see online. Like, oh, Ripple's going to get announced on Coinbase, and they haven't done it so far. But what surprises me is Stellar Lumens is essentially the same as Ripple, but they're meant to be more decentralized as opposed to being centralized. So maybe that's holding Coinbase back from Ripple, because obviously they're so centralized and they do have such a large, they could fluctuate the price when they want. Maybe Coinbase don't want to get involved in that. But that was what shocked me the most out of that. Zcash, 0x. Obviously, Zcash is one of the coins that you can mine off of the Equihash algorithm. So potentially that's going to, if that does join Coinbase, that's going to go up in price. So that is something I'd be looking at. Even though it's less profitable than mining Z Classic, it's probably going to be one that holds its value better. But then same to bear in mind, Z Classic has got a hard fork coming up in a couple months' time where you will receive the equivalent amount of, what's that new one called? I think it was Anonymous Bitcoin. But this is saying that, again, I was trying to figure out, yeah. This is, am I reading this right? Is this saying that you will mine 2 Z Classics per day, yeah? Now, that's costing you, as a miner, $1.34. Is that right? Am I reading that right? Let's have a little look at how much Z Classic actually sells for. I know it's only like maybe $5, $7, hang on a minute. Z Classic. So $7.77. Does that mean that you're getting 2 Z Classics for the price of what it would cost you 1? That's something that Raw comes in. Raw, I always enjoy seeing you in the live chat. Thanks for joining. He says, solution, sell your disco but a cheaper car for the short term, but your mining gear, and going by your figures, you'll be starting to make money for after 2 months. Then you can buy another disco. Yes, I could do. I could sell the family car to buy an ASIC miner. Raw, I invite you to come down and explain that to my wife. No, I see what you mean, though. I understand what you mean. Obviously, doing the whole mining thing, I have to do it in a way where it doesn't affect my family life. It can't affect the wife or the kids, and we use that car to, you know, it's a 7-seater, and it's the only, I'd have to go out and buy another 7-seater in the meantime that it just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Sorry, this phone keeps putting but instead of buy. I know what you mean. I knew what you mean, Raw. I like your thinking, but it wouldn't be worth it. I've got about £2,000 equity in the whole of that car by the time I pay off the finance. So, yeah, I'd have to use that to buy a cheap rundowner. Your wife will be too busy pole dancing to feed your crypto. That would be something to see. That would be. You know, she'd be there. She'd be like, hey, yeah, my husband's crypto mining. I need to do this in the meantime. Raw, do you actually mine yourself? And if so, what do you mine and what do you use to mine? I'd love to know, because you know, you seem quite knowledgeable in this space. But yeah, no, I really want to do it. I really want to do it. It's just finding a way of doing it the right way. Again, obviously, this would have been a lot easier 6 months ago. Or no, actually longer than that now, 8 months ago. Because, you know, I did have about 1,500 to 2 grand, as I've put into Hashflare. I could have just, you know, bought a miner just like that and had it mining for me for the last 8 months. Would it be profitable? Probably not, because obviously at the time it was the S9 or nothing. Now there's a bit more variety, a bit more choice. I really want to. I don't know, guys. I'll keep you posted. But rather than sell my wife's body, I was thinking about maybe doing like a fundraiser through a 24-hour BitGlen live stream. But I don't know, because obviously I love you guys joining in the videos, but generally the amount of people that are interacting with me through YouTube, through the live chat, through the Team BitGlen chat, and obviously viewers and subscribers on the channel have all gone down. And I know B said, you know, it isn't because of crypto, because other YouTubers are growing. But obviously I'm in a catch-22, because for me to increase my subscriber base, viewer base, what he's suggesting is for me to go out and buy a miner or something like that. And obviously show videos on how I get on with it, what I learn, how to set them up, you know, all stuff like that. But I also need the money to go and buy that equipment up front. I can take the knock on the electricity costs. You know, my electricity goes up or down. I mean, it's just gone up quite a bit because obviously we've got a hot tub. So I don't mind taking a hit on the electricity cost. This is why I'm saying it seems quite profitable, in the sense that, you know, I would be happy getting ASIC machines at a very low price and just taking a hit on the electricity. Even though I pay higher electricity than maybe some other countries, I don't mind paying an extra £50 a month if I'm receiving £150 worth of cryptocurrency in return. You know, yeah, I'd be well up for that. I mean, that's essentially getting credit without a credit check. Raw says, LOL, it pays to see that. No mining here, sorry. I'm sure you'll find a way. You need to get sponsorship for this 24-hour thing. Charge companies a small fee to advertise them. Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't think my channel's big enough, though. I don't know. I don't know if my channel's big enough to do something like that. Ryan says, what does JMS mine with? He seems to know a bit about it. Yeah, Ryan does. Ryan? What did I say, Ryan? You're Ryan. Sell the hut tub. I said no. Well, the hot tub was a lot easier decision because it only cost me 300 quid, not 3,000. But yeah, I've noticed we didn't know how much our electricity come up. BBL, thank you for the donation as well. Sorry, I should have said that. I really appreciate it. I don't expect money from you, but actually all the money that you've ever donated me, because I know that you and I think PJ's done it, all the money that you've ever donated me is actually held in a YouTube account, so I've not spent a penny of it. So I think it's accumulated to about $40 now, so I thank you for that, and that will be going towards my crypto mining adventure. So thank you for that. You are helping me along the way. Sorry, yeah, Ryan, you were saying, what does JMS? JMS, I haven't watched his videos for a little while. Well, no, he's been doing like live streams, but he does them, obviously, he's in America, so he's in American time. So he does his quite late at JMS. Oh, no. Where's my subscribe? There he is. Let's see what his last video was. Bitcoin gold mining. Bitcoin gold hard fork. He's also doing videos, I noticed, with Seth Estrada. He's doing mining videos as well. Wow, some of his his Friday chill stream got 900 views, but his next one saying Bitcoin gold mining got 4,000 views. Jeez, that is he uploaded that a week ago. That's obviously a lot of demand for people wanting to know about mining. Another one there, 4,000 views. Sorry, I went quiet there. I'm always really cautious, like aware when I go quiet for too long. But yeah, that's, I don't know. It's just doing my head in. It's really doing my head in. I really want to get a Z9. Like, really. I'm actually going to make it my purpose for the next coming months. I might just really try and save quite a bit of money to buy this, especially if it pays itself back in 2 months. PJ says, buy it. Just do it. Yeah, I do want one. I do want it. I'd have to make some modifications to the crypto shed, the crypto cave, whatever it is we agreed to call it. Because if I show you, let's turn this around. What I was thinking I would do, hopefully I'm not going to pull any cables out while I'm doing this live stream. What I would do is I would actually drill a hole somewhere here so that it's got ventilation going straight outside, and have, or probably in that corner, maybe like build a unit in that corner to obviously dampen the noise, because obviously I don't mind there being noise from the miner itself, but obviously it's not going to be good when I'm doing these live streams and all you can hear is in the in the background. PJ says porn cave. I wish. Just so you guys know, actually, I've never ever watched porn in this shed. In the house, every day, but not in this shed. It's a bit weird because my neighbour has a small fence. Not that I would do it in here anyway, I don't think. But my neighbour, literally, we've got windows just there, and they see them windows there. I put the blinds down, but they can literally look straight through. So yeah, it wouldn't take a lot for me to get caught doing something like that. River J says hi. Thanks for joining, River. Hope you've given this video a thumbs up. Today we're talking about mining using ASIC miners, and in particular the Z9 and the Z9 Mini. We've obviously gone through on how profitable they're looking at the moment. Will that still be the same case come September? Obviously September's a long time away. A lot happens in cryptocurrency, and if you buy one now, River J says Z Classic is worth more than Bitcoin Private. Is that true? Just gave it a like. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Let's have a little look at CoinMarketCap. I know Bitcoin Private has taken a knock, but what happened to... yeah, it is. It's actually 20 cents cheaper than Z Classic at the moment. So good shout out there. What's his name? John McAfee. He made didn't he say that Bitcoin Private was going to be worth $200 by, I think, the end of this month? So he's got about 2 weeks to predict that right. Check your Telegram. You have a sponsor. Check the Telegram. You have a sponsor. exposing John McAfee is interested in sponsoring Glen's 24-hour live stream. Interesting. Oh, that's is that like a little wind up? That's what's his name? I've just recognised these pictures. What was it? Was it Justin? Something like that. Check this. That was good, PJ. I like that. That made me laugh. That's it. Just yeah, I knew it would sound like that. Yeah, I mean that would be cool actually. That would be an awesome way, because doing a 24-hour live stream obviously would be awesome for me and for you guys, for the channel. I know that a lot of you would dip in and out of the video throughout the day. I might actually increase my subscriber base, because new people would watch me maybe for an hour here or there and think, oh yeah, I want to come back to this guy. But also, obviously, if I can get a sponsor, then I wouldn't have to obviously ask you guys for any money. River J says, what do you do for a living? I'm actually a childminder, so I look after other people's kids for a living. So hence why I generally don't do videos during the day. I do them sort of after work, and I haven't got kids running around me crying and screaming and stuff like that. So it's normally you know, late at night that I do videos. But I've been so tired and wrapped up in obviously the World Cup recently. PJ says, do you want me to reply? Yeah, go for it. Just say how much. How much. So yeah, that would be an awesome workaround, I suppose. But let's have a little look at the markets while we're on the video, because I'm in no rush. Unless you guys are, I'm in no rush at all. Bitcoin's gone back up to 6,300 almost, which is awesome. Obviously, I thought it was going to dip below 6K. The last big dip we saw, also saying that, obviously we're at the weekend now, so we'll see what Sunday brings. But it was heading towards the 6K mark, and I thought, oh, here we go, we're going to see 5,800. But now it's jumped back up again to 6.3, so that's encouraging, I suppose. Bitcoin pulling ahead of the others. EOS was below $7, which is shocking, because obviously there was such high expectations when the mainnet happened. I think it was at, was it $12, $13, something like that, and that is just tanked. But it's gone up, and it's actually gone up more than Bitcoin today, so that's a good day for EOS. Obviously, the biggest gainers over the last few days are those ones that have been announced on Coinbase. So Stellar, Cardano, although Cardano hasn't jumped too much, but Stellar's up 6.5% just today. What were the other ones on there? Ooh, let's have a little look at the biggest gainers, because I think a lot of them. Mithril again. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Look at that graph. Look, just up, baby. God damn it. Why didn't I invest in something like that? Not that it's gone up huge amounts, I don't think. Let's actually check it out. Oh, actually, this might just wind me up. Yeah, depending on when I invested in it. Oh no, it's actually saying that. It was at 16 cents. Oh, so even now with like the lows, you're talking about a 4 times gain, 5 times gain. Jeez. At one point, it was up to $1.47. It's like 10 times gain. 10 times. Who else have we got? We've got Enigma, Centrality, Mixin, Stellar, Wax, Archain, Made Safe Coin, Dogecoin. It's amazing that Dogecoin is still continuously going up. Some people actually say it's one of the better cryptocurrencies out there, but it's not being developed for anymore. But yeah, still seems to be going up. Actually, everything seems to be up, doesn't it? What's actually down? Bitcoin's down. See, Bitcoin was one I was thinking about doing. Is there a local radio station that would be interested in covering the overall rise of crypto and your 24-hour live stream? They could hook you up with sponsors. Interesting. I don't know. I haven't really gone that sort of hard on it. But that's a good idea. Good suggestion. I like it. Keep them coming. A bit of self-promotion, I suppose. I'd have to get a green screen, wouldn't I, behind me? Because it looks a bit tacky with my videos at the moment with all this. I don't know if it bothers you guys, but it bothers me. Like, I look at the video and I think, oh, it looks like a building site. Ethos is down. I don't know why, but there you go. Ethos did announce that they were going to partner up with a merchant paying service, so you'd be able to pay with your Ethos wallet just from one click. Which would be interesting. The other thing that I wanted to mention today, I think it was yesterday it happened, or it might have been a couple of days ago, Charlie Lee announced that Litecoin and Token Pay were going to buy a share in a bank, a German bank, not a retail high street bank, but a bank that provides, I think, mortgages. They bought a 9.9% because by law, that's the maximum you can buy in a bank without any regulation or anyone asking any questions. So Token Pay bought 9.9%. So did Litecoin. So between the two of them, from my understanding, they own something like 19.8% of a bank, which, you know, you might as well say 20%. So they own 20% of a bank. And they're hoping that they can use the bank to sort of roll out, obviously, debit cards using a balance of Litecoin. I think we saw a big pump in Litecoin, but not that much. But this is where cryptocurrency's got a bit weird recently, because obviously we've had just generally continuous dips for the last 6 to 7 months. And in sort of November, December time, if one of the coins announced that they were going to own a share of a bank, boom, they would skyrocket. I mean, cryptos were going up for no reason whatsoever. They were just going up on a daily basis. But if any of them ever come out with some decent, worthwhile news, you know, oh, we're teaming up with so-and-so, we're teaming up, we're doing this, we're doing that, they would get a big pump in price. Obviously, the other one is joining an exchange, so like Binance, Bittrex, Bitfinex, Coinbase, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, Litecoin's pretty much owns 20% of a major bank in Germany, and potentially are going to be rolling out, you know, debit cards in a current account that just holds Litecoin, and you could do transfers and stuff like that. And I think they're still worth $70 if I'm right, which is cheap. $76. Let's see, did it have a big pump that day? This video has been going on quite a while, actually. Let's go in the last 1 month. You can see just steadily going down. So it seems it doesn't matter what news, and this is why I do understand. I know, like, I criticised them once, but a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of ICOs, they hold off. If they've got good news, they're like, well, let's hold it back a bit. They hold off until the market's on the bounce again, because it has literally no effect. PJ says it's 0% with the option to buy the other 90%. Does that mean, is that meant to say 10% but with an exclamation mark? I read there was 9.9%, and Token Pay bought 9.9%. So between the two of them, and they say they're working together, they own just under 20% of this bank. So I don't know if they said that they might get a consortium of other tokens and companies, so like maybe get Monero and places like that involved in buying again another 9.9%, so that eventually, obviously, the cryptocurrency own this whole bank, like a collection of coins or something. That would be interesting, I think. a bank that is just solely owned by cryptocurrency developers. That would be awesome to see what would actually happen and if anything would come of it. But yeah, that was another news story. And like I say, I just find it really weird that, you know, these... Oh, we're getting more people joining in. E-Kill says, hey, Bit Glen, how's it going? Yeah, it's going all right. Thanks, mate. I haven't done a live stream late at night for a little while now. I done one during the day the other day, and only about I think about 3 people joined in because I'd done it at an awkward time. But that I just had a free couple of hours, you know, like a slot during that day. So I thought I'd do one then. But yeah, it is better, obviously, the more people are involved. So it seems to be better if I do these live streams later on in the night. Raw says, public need an easy on-off ramp, so this bank is good news. Yeah, that's what I mean, Raw. I thought, oh, this is awesome news. Awesome. And the markets did not reflect that at all. Like, no pump at all. Let's have a little look in the last 7 days, because it happened in the last 7 days. You can see here, just continuously going down. We've got some Bart Simpson heads here. Yeah, I don't know. What would it take for these coins to start pumping up in price again? Like, what would it take? I don't know. Bit Glen live stream, that's what it takes. Are we going to see on August the 10th? So the SEC deciding, no, type that in wrong. Deciding on crypto ETF August 10th. Will not be on August the 10th. Is August the 10th D-Day for both Bitcoin ETFs filed by the CBO at the SEC? I know it's saying that it's not going to be on August the 10th. Oh, what I was reading today, it was saying it was. Unless you've been living under the rock, no doubt you've heard that August the 10th, the date the SEC will decide its ruling on the proposed Bitcoin ETF. On June 26th last month, US Securities and Exchange Commission received an application from CBOE Global Markets for Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund ETF license. Company owns Chicago board, creation of new Bitcoin. Why is August the 10th? So why August 10th for a Bitcoin ETF? In an article published by CoinGape on July the 11th, it was suggested that the SEC would make their decision regarding the proposal by August 10th. However, according to a Reddit post made last night by exceptionally well-named Reddit user Crypto Walken, it now seems the day may not be correct. I've reached a date due to a notice in the SEC stating that a decision will be no less than 45 days from the date of publication of Federal Register. The SEC notice was published on June the 26th, but that's not the same date as it was published on the Federal Register. Applications on July the 2nd, meaning a date of decision can be no sooner than August the 16th. Even then, the date can be extended if required, and even once the eventual date does arrive, the SEC can still initiate further proceedings. So, yeah, this is something that might be happening. So, let's just say it is August the 10th or August 16th. Don't really care what day it's on. But they're saying that they can either say no to it being an ETF, but apparently the last time they made this ruling, they actually said things we need to see is a trusted custodian in place, sort of insurances. What was the other things? Like a basis to go on. Which currently there are a couple of ETFs that are available, something like that. And apparently all those things are in place now. So everything they wanted to see is now in place. So they're going to reapply for obviously a Bitcoin ETF. And if they decide yes, then obviously it can go ahead. And this will give the floodgates to massive investors because their money will be insured. So you know, if anything happens where money gets stolen or lost or hacked or anything like that, potentially their funds will be refunded to them through this insurance or something like that. So therefore it's going to be a lot easier for a big investor to go, yeah, do you know what, I'm willing to put in 1.2 million now because I can trust that the government's got my back if something goes wrong. Now, the other thing they could do at this point is they could actually look at the application. They could say, actually, we need a further 45 days. That's obviously a month and a half. So potentially then we're looking at sort of end of September, maybe the beginning of October. Then they could obviously make their decision then. So this could go on for a little while, but is this the catalyst for what we need to see for crypto to sort of bounce back in a big way? Obviously going from September back into Christmas then, like we did last year, could we see a massive rally again? And obviously then you would start seeing news articles saying, oh, Bitcoin's going up to 7,000k, just like it did this time last year, and we all know how that ended. It ended up in 20k. And apparently these obviously big investors, when these custodians and ETFs kick into place, they will be buying large amounts of Bitcoin and storing them in like cold wallets. So no one would have any access to them for like a set time. So there's going to be less Bitcoin to go around. And obviously this was what the whole premise of Bitcoin was. You know, there's only a certain supply. So the more people that buy it, the less there is, the more it goes up in value. So that sounds to me like, you know, what we've all been saying for a while could happen. Now, what I'm worried about, me personally, obviously I've got my Bitcoin, I'm holding on to it, I've got it, yeah? Now, let's just say that I buy one of these Z9, either the Z9 Mini, or save up enough money to get the big Z9, and before September, this SEC thing happens, and all of a sudden my Bitcoin is now worth like, you know, $12,000 or something. I'll be like, no, I just bought. I should have just held on to Bitcoin. And then I'll always think, God, I said that in my video. It's just hold on to Bitcoin. So yeah, that's the worry that I have. But to be honest, I've had that same fear now for about 5-6 months. Every time I think, right, I don't want to cash my Bitcoin out in case it goes up in price. And you know, there's been times when I've had to pay for certain bills, and I'm like, you know, and I'm like, oh, I could just take some out of that money I've got in there. You know, when my Bitcoin was worth 2,500, I thought, oh yeah, I could take 100 quid out of that, and I'm like, no, because it'll go up in price, and it hasn't. Obviously, it's just gone down, down, down. Now it's worth like 800. BBL says market cap is 250 billion. I just want a small piece of that. Me too, brother. Me too. Coinbase UK sponsored to take British pounds sometimes this month, rather than have to convert it to euros first. As far as I'm aware, with Coinbase, you can do that anyway. You can convert your Bitcoin into British pounds straight away, like I can here. And my friend, actually, Andy, he actually has a Barclays bank account, and obviously Coinbase teamed up with Barclays, and he said he'd done a transfer and it was there the next day. So maybe I'll do a video about me trying to do that. But obviously if I do end up using my cryptocurrency to buy a ASIC miner, then that's all my money gone. So I won't be able to do anything else with it. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. That's it really, guys. I've just gone through a load of mining stuff, about 3 or 4 big news articles. I can't really think of anything else I want to say. Damn it. You can transfer £10. That is true, actually. I could do that and actually show the process. I was actually even thinking about creating a Barclays bank account over here, just for crypto stuff, if they're that open to obviously Coinbase. Setting up an account, just a basic one, and seeing how quick I can transfer Bitcoin into my bank and then withdrawing it from a cash machine, an ATM, and obviously videoing that whole progress. Something that I've been talking about doing for ages that I just never got around to doing. The other thing that I wanted to do, I want to do a video. If you mine Zcash with a Z9, you could always exchange for Bitcoin in Exodus. Yeah, that is true. The only thing with that that I was worried about is that... oh, I'm pretty dark here now all of a sudden. Do you see, look, I'm not that red now, am I? But if I put... there you go, look. See, now I look really red. Yeah, if I go... that is what essentially I'm going to do BBL with any coin. The only coin that I would seriously want to consider holding long-term wise is Bitcoin. So any coin I mine, I essentially will be converting back to Bitcoin on a day where the coin gains more traction than Bitcoin. I probably wouldn't convert it to Bitcoin if it was in the red. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if I show you CoinMarketCap and go to say I was to mine, you just said there's Zcash. Let's have a look at that, Zcash. You can see here that Zcash against Bitcoin today is down 2.8%. So I would not convert Zcash to Bitcoin right this second. But on days where it was above, so it was green, then like I assume, what was that one that was up more? EOS. EOS is pumping at the moment. You can see here against Bitcoin, actually it's gone up 1.24%. So EOS is worth more, is gained traction against Bitcoin. So whatever coins I mine, I would wait till I see that and then I would convert it back to Bitcoin. That's something that I would be doing with whatever coin. But what if, just what if, I put all my money into this miner, I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs for, you know, a month and a half, 2 months, and my Z miner turns up and Bitcoin is at like, you know, $20,000, and I'll be like, damn it, this last 2 months I've literally done nothing. I've had no money to do anything. That's my fear, and I suppose it is like a, I don't know, I feel like it's a gambling mentality. It's the fear of missing out, isn't it? The FOMO, and that is something that I'm always wary of in my head. I always think I'm going to miss out. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the big pump, because obviously the way that these cryptocurrencies go up and down in price. When you're looking at, say, Apple stocks and shares, you can say, oh yeah, it's gained 0.5% today and stuff like that. And over the course of a month, you know, you might see 2% gain or something like that. And you think, oh God, I wish I'd kept my money in there because it would have gone up 2%. Whereas crypto, you could be like, shit, I've lost 50% today. Or you could say, oh, it's gone up 150% today. So yes, a month and a half without holding on to any Bitcoin just seems really daunting. It feels like, oh shit, you know, I need that money. But then I suppose it'll be worth it if the machine turns up and I can make the money back in 2 months, because that would mean that I would be at profit within, if I received it, when was that said? I think it was the first week in September, wasn't it? Yeah, September. 2 months from then, so then you'd be looking at the beginning of October, beginning of November, so potentially sort of mid-November. I assume the difficulty is going to go up, especially when these start landing on people's doors. The difficulty is going to go up on a lot of the Equihash algorithms, so they're going to be less profitable. So let's just say it takes 3 months. So now you're looking at December, and then December onwards, yeah, I'd be running at profit. And we'd see how long that lasts for, I suppose. But then I'd obviously be converting that back into Bitcoin or whatever it is. Buy $100 worth of MIF on the dip while you wait for the Z9. Yes, I should do. Damn it. Raw says, do it with Revolt. It works. I did it yesterday. I still haven't used Revolt. I don't. Is it available in the UK? I've never used it. to be honest, if the Coinbase does do it the next day, then I'm already set up and I'm in the UK and they've got a UK bank partnership already. So I don't know. I would probably just still do it through Coinbase, even if they charged me like 2 or 3%. I'd probably still do it through them. But because otherwise I have to transfer it from Coinbase, pay a fee for that into Revolt. Then I assume Revolt. Then I've got to convert it into British pounds, and then I've got to link up my bank. Yes, it's a UK FCA registered bank. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it, because obviously the more options I can get crypto back into my bank, then I want all of the cards on the table. So yeah, I definitely will. I haven't cashed out 1 penny ever. So the reason you might think, why is Glenn not listening to me? It's not that I'm not listening to you. I know that, Raw, you've been saying about Revolt for a long time. I haven't cashed out any Bitcoin ever. So like, I haven't done it through any method. So it isn't just, that I'm ignoring Revolt. It's just that I haven't had a need to do it yet, or want to do it anyway. Will cryptos be worth more now or in 1 year? Have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I would like to think they were worth more. If you look at Bitcoin as a whole, year on year, it has grown every single year. Even when it's had big dips, it generally goes back up, and then it holds its value more later down the line, and then obviously drops again, then goes back up again, and holds a higher value the next time round. So I would like to think, based on that premise, this time next year, Bitcoin could be worth 8k. Now, I say that, a lot of people will say, Bitcoin's going to be worth 50k by the end of this year. Which, if I buy a Z9, I hope it isn't. Because I'll be fucked. Some people saying 25. Tom Lee, he's saying 25k by the end of this year. A guy who owns a big share, and I think it was BitMEX or something like that, he's saying 50k by the end of this year. It's all well and good saying that, and I think they could be true. I mean, we're getting quite late into the year now, so if that is going to happen, it's going to happen very suddenly. But it's all well and good saying, yeah, it could get up to 50k, but where will it end up after the dip? After a bit of a dip, will it end up at, Bitcoin being worth 10k? But then we'll sit here and say, yeah, but Bitcoin was worth 6k this time last year, and now it's worth 10k, so it's still gone up in price. It's still more valuable. And everyone will be sad, because they'll be like, oh, it dropped from 50k to 10k, and now I've lost money. A bit like what I've been. River J says, that's expensive. I don't think the difficulty is going. I don't think the diff is going to go up. PJ, you're suggesting that the difficulty won't go up, but we've seen these Z9s being very popular, so that means there's a lot more hashing. I don't know if obviously their algorithm's set up the same as Bitcoin, but if they are, obviously the difficulty would go up in line with how much power's in the system. And if now we're getting these machines that are pumping out 40,000 souls per second, maybe overclocked 50,000 or something like that, I would expect to see some sort of difficulty increase. But I'm only being cautious. I'm not saying that because I know that it's going to go up. I'm saying that because if I sat here and said, oh yeah, buy the Z9, the difficulty's not going to go up, and it's going to be it's going to be really profitable this time in 6 months. Imagine if I said that about Hashflare when I first signed up with them, or Envian, or the Antminer S9. People would be watching back my videos and laughing at me now. Oh, this guy, I don't know what he's talking about. Ha ha ha. The difficulty has not went up yet on Zcash. Yeah, that is something that's interesting, because obviously when I'm talking about the difficulty going up, I've always just referred to Bitcoin, whereas these machines, as we've already discussed, mine about 7 or 8 different coins. So if the difficulty massively goes up on one of them, guess what? It's less profitable. But you know what's going to go to number one? One of the others. So everyone's going to switch their machines to the other machine, the other algorithm. So yeah. Obviously, the other option is nice hash. So you can see here this nice hash one here. I believe what they do is they mine whatever coin's the most profitable at that point in time, and then they pay you at the end of the day in Bitcoin. So even though you're not mining Bitcoin, you're receiving Bitcoin on a daily basis. I believe that's how it works with nice hash. Obviously, I can't speak with experience, and it doesn't tell you how much you'll receive within a 24-hour period. Oh, actually, it says estimated rewards 0.000259. This is based on, I believe that's received in Bitcoin. Nice hash doesn't work with Z9. Oh, really? Damn. So you'd have to do the converting yourself, or the Z9 Mini. I didn't know that. Damn. Raw top. But then I suppose really, if I don't mind waiting, because obviously your electricity bill comes out at the end of the month. Once you've paid for the machine, you paid, that's done. You know, it's done. You've got to look at it like, when's the best time to convert? Do you really want to convert your Zcash daily, you know, or your Zen Cash or your Z Classic? Or would you rather convert it when it's up against Bitcoin? But you never know when that is. You never know if it's going to be that. You know, it could be down on Bitcoin all month long, and you'll think, oh, fuck, I wish I'd converted it at the beginning of the month. So I don't know. And then really all I'd need to do, then I would have a need to convert cash, because what I would do is I would probably mine enough to cover my whole electricity bill, convert that amount into British pounds, send it to my bank and pay my electricity bill out of that separate bank, so that my wife, my family, me, we never notice the electricity bill. I don't know if that's possible, but you see what I'm saying, guys? So what I'm trying to get at is, if my Z9, say, was to mine, and it's running at 1200 watts, so it's going to cost me $5.76 a day. Can you do, oh no, the most goes up to 7 days. So we're going to do, let's round that up to $6. Oh no, yeah, $6 times 30 days. So potentially my electricity bill will be £180 or dollars, sorry, which is about 150 British pounds a month. But obviously I would have mined, profit-wise, potentially $56. So let's say 55 times that by 30. 1,600. Obviously I'm going to minus off the 180, so that means my whole electricity for this machine is paid. It's paid for, it's in the bank, the direct debit comes out, it's paid, it's done. I'm left with that much in coins, and I would probably just hold on to that amount of coins and just keep accumulating. Obviously I need to pay the machine back, so I need to figure out a way of just buying the machine without using credit cards or loans and stuff like that. Otherwise then I've got to, oh, it won't matter, I suppose, because I'll be paying it back 2 months later. But yeah, interesting. BBL says Dutch mining. Raw says DD from Revolt to pay your electricity. Can you do that from Revolt? I'm gonna have to check this Revolt out now, because you're teasing me, Raw. You're teasing me. You're just touching the tip. Whew. I noticed, actually, something else I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. One, obviously, I've said, you know, a lot of YouTubers are stopping doing YouTube videos now. Obviously, I enjoy talking to you guys, so I'll keep doing it as long as you guys want to hear me chat. The crypto twins, they're saying that their last video they done, I think they said they're going to take a break from crypto and come back in a few months' time, which I read into that as saying we'll come back when it's more profitable. I noticed some of the other YouTubers slowing up now. Like they're not releasing as much content. I think if we have several months more, like a few months more of it being unprofitable, some people just give it up altogether, which, you know, is the sentiment, not just in YouTube land, but anyone trying to get involved in crypto. I'm still really interested. I got some criticism about me doing videos about the different coins, but I actually quite enjoy doing them because they're not the live chat format like this. They're just me talking and me learning, and there's a difference between just reading something and actually reciting it back, because you feel like you have to really take it in and learn it, otherwise you're going to sound like a pleb. So, you know, when I've just done one about IOTA, I probably understand IOTA so much more than I did, you know, 2 weeks ago. And I can say that about pretty much the top 10 now. So I am going to carry on doing those videos because I enjoy doing them. I also want to do a video review of the Ethos app. Oh, I don't think I've got it on there at the minute. I had to delete it at one point because I couldn't. Something that annoys me on that Ethos app is you can't seem to delete wallets or coins that you've added on there. You can add stuff on it, but you can't get rid of them again. Even if you delete the app. I've even deleted the smart key as well. And I thought, oh, it would prompt me to start a brand new one, but it hasn't. So that's something. But I want to do a review on that app. They do it all. Check out their website. Let's have a little look, because Raw's getting a hard on for Revolt. Oh, if I spell it right. Revolt. Is it .io? No, that don't look right. Let me just type in Revolt. No. Stupid computer. Can't find it. I just want to do a Google search. Fuck's sake. Google. Revolt. I'm going to put in crypto. There we go. BBL says, I agree about the app. It's okay. Glenn, have you thought about arbitrage trading? I don't understand what that is. Sorry, I don't know what that means. So we're on Revolt. Personal, better than your bank account. Pricing. Our price plans. Ooh, £7 a month. Free UK current account. Free Euro IBM account. Free bank transfers for 26 countries. £400 free ATM withdrawals per month. Free unlimited FX volume. Medical insurance. Global express delivery. Exclusive priority 24-hour support. Premium promotions. Free disposable virtual cards. 14% discount if you pay up front. Ooh. Get premium. Oh, I'm going to sign up now. About. Frederick says, yo, Fred, I've been waiting. I've been doing this video for like an hour and a half. Has it been an hour and a half? How long have we been going for? An hour and 40 minutes. I'm thinking, where the fuck is Fred? There he is. I use the free account. Says Raw. BBL says, PJ hooked me up with some good info on arbitrage. I will PM you the details. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'll look into that. Frederick says, better late than... ... So yeah, this seems pretty cool, Revolt. If you can set up a bank account with direct debits, this would be awesome, because I would... Can you pay cryptocurrency into it then? Buy and exchange cryptocurrency. Introducing the easiest, fastest way to buy, hold and exchange Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple at the best possible exchange rate. Seems interesting. BBL says arbitrage, the simultaneous buying and selling of securities, currencies or commodities in different markets or derivative forms in order to take advantage of different prices in the same asset. The music is captivating. Are you talking about BBL? This is something that crossed my mind when I was really early on into learning about cryptocurrency. Obviously, when you go into CoinMarketCap website, you can search obviously how much Bitcoin is, but obviously on different sites. Now, I was thinking, oh, if you was clever enough and quick enough, you can see here like one exchange offers Bitcoin for 6,300, but then some of them will offer Bitcoin at, obviously these ones are all greyed out. So let's take from down here. No, actually, these are not in fucking price order. Let's do it in price order. Oh, apparently one of them is buying Bitcoin at 16,000. We'll forget that. But some of these you can see here, 6,800, 6,500. And I always thought, what's stopping someone from buying it from this website, DigiFinex, for 6,500? But sorry, buying it from one website for say 6,300 and selling it to one of these for 6,800, because then you've made £500 dollar profit from sending it from one exchange to the other. But then I thought, oh yeah, but the fees, and sometimes it takes half an hour, and by that time the other exchange will update and stuff like that. So I have thought that. I don't know if that's what you're implying, but yeah, that is something that crossed my mind ages ago. Raw says, no, avoid their crypto. It's buy and hold them only with them. Just use Revolt as a bank account to exchange and transfer money in and out, plus pay direct debits. BBL says yes. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to know how to do that, because it seems like such an obvious thing. Like, you know, a lot of these exchanges, it's quite easy to create an account with them, and some of them are decentralized. Don't even need to create an account. PJ says, BBL, what I sent you. But yeah, that is something that's definitely on my mind. I just don't know how to go about doing it in a quick and efficient way of doing it. But yeah, it seems really obvious. Like, it's just, like I say, it's one of the first things that popped into my head. Obviously, being a scam artist that I am, I saw that and I thought, huh? You can buy something and then sell it to someone else for higher price, literally for doing no work. But, you know, you can look at, say, Ethereum here. If we look at the price, some of them are offering $430 for it, but some are doing it for more than that. Now, these obviously are closer margins, but even if there was a $10 difference, if you could just keep doing that over and over again, you know, for a whole day, a week, a month, a year, whatever, you're making money for doing nothing. PJ says, I wrote that what I sent last night. Break. I meant Russell. You're trying to get PJ in trouble, aren't you, BBL? You're always causing trouble, always. But yeah, definitely, I'd be interested to know. So Russell, please tell us the secret. How would I go about doing such things? I would love to know. Because it seems like an easy way of doing it. I assume there is something that is stopping you from doing that, because otherwise everyone would do it, especially people that are a lot cleverer than me with this sort of trading. It would just be so easy. It wouldn't even matter if the price was going up or down. You would just buy from the cheapest one, sell to the highest one. So yeah, I would love to do it. Russell, please message me privately how I would go about doing that, and the best way of doing it. I think I'm going to wrap it up there now, guys. I've been going on for almost 2 hours. I really need a drink. My throat's really dry. I need to think about this when I do a 24-hour live stream. I'm going to need snacks, drinks, energy drinks. Obviously, I've got to try and stay up all night long. What time is it now? It's 11 o'clock. That's not too bad for me, actually. Normally, I don't go to bed till about 12, 1 o'clock. So what am I going to do for 2 hours? Damn. Go and watch Love Island. Hey! Frederick says, when you do arbitrage, always take an extra look at sell and buy prices before buying and sending to another exchange. Sometimes liquidity is very low and prices fluctuate a lot. Yeah, so I assume there's a reason why people are not using, say, one exchange or the other. Because they're either dodgy, slow, they haven't updated yet, maybe they're closed down. I don't know. There could be different reasons. You can see here as well is that the pairing. So even though this is saying price in US dollar, say 484 for Ethereum, whereas another one will do it for 430. But you can actually see along here, this isn't exchanging Ethereum for US dollars. It's exchanging, you know, MIF for Ethereum or ABT for Ethereum. So it's not essentially, you have to do sort of another exchange for another exchange to get those prices. So Raw says, if you want to know about arbitrage, just sign up to Russell's arbitrage course, only $29.99 a month. Do I detect a hint of sarcasm there, Raw? Do I? Frederick says, also take the withdrawal fee into account. Yes, that is a good point, Fred. It's all well and good transferring money to some of these exchanges or sites, but getting the money back out can be quite a costly thing. So if you're only making $10 off the trade, and it costs you $7 to get the money out, now you're only making $3. Plus you've got to exchange Ethereum from one thing to another. That may cost you something. So you just have to bear all of these factors in mind. But I'm pretty sure the way that these markets work, there is a way of taking advantage of the system. I really do, because I thought it 7 months ago, and if I thought it 7 months ago, that means someone cleverer than me's gone out there and figured out a way of doing it in a very efficient way. Raw says, Team BitGlen gets 10% cut of his fees. Promotional. Frederick says, arbitrage is a mechanism to stabilise the price on the market, but sometimes there are some easy picks. Interesting. To me, it seems like taking advantage, but then, I don't know, who you're taking advantage of, really. Exchanges, they earn enough money. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. So, please let me know what your thoughts are. If you've actually watched this video outside of the live chat, because obviously it's all well and good you guys watching this video, you're talking to me, I'm responding. But if you're watching this video and it isn't live, you're watching it, thank you for sticking through to the end. Thank you for listening to me rabbit on for an hour and a half. You could have watched the movie in the time that I've sat here and talked. So I really do appreciate that you've gave your most precious thing in your life to me and my channel, and that is your time. Your time is very precious to you and the people around you, but you've chose to select a set amount of time in your day with me, and that's the same for all of you in the live chat, and obviously in the Team BitGlen chat, always trying to help out. So I really, really do appreciate it. I know obviously I talk a lot about subscribers and likes and stuff like that, but actually you just giving me your time is probably the most precious gift that you could give to someone like me. So thank you very much for that. I'm going to end it there. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video from BitGlen. Bye, guys. I should have some sort of outro music now, shouldn't I? Baka waka wow.